The Necromancer. The undead rise, the griffin falls. The Temptation. The Necromancer decides to use the situation to his advantage, pursuing goals obscure to all but himself by joining Queen Isabel in an alliance. He must traverse lands guarded by wizards to reach the frontiers of the Empire. Shitty spell, 20 archers, or a shitty piece of shit. I think that's +2 to spell bar, right. I'll take the archers. To be fair, 20 skeleton archers is like nothing. But it's tradition to take the troops.
Have you heard the news, dear? It appears that your son Nikolai has just died. But you should be happy. Just think, he has this whole afterlife ahead of him, ripe with possibilities. Huh? No, I haven't forgotten the day that he and Godric had me banished, together with Cyrus and those craven mages. And his poor fiancée. She would do anything to see her love again, no? In any shape or form. After all, not even half of the peers and lords support her. The rest want Archbishop Randall and that boy Andrei, Nikolai's cousin, on the throne. Turmoil, turbulence, treachery. The living are so hot-blooded. Pay her a visit. An excellent idea. Let's pack our bags then, shall we? Oh, but you must come along. I'm sure you're just dying to see the towers of Talengard again, no?
Small map. Reach Vigil. Avoid enemy patrols. Mark Calm must survive. What do we know how to do? All neutral undead creatures will join Hero's army. The number joining an army is 50% of initial number plus 2% per hero level. This is pretty big. Guaranteed neutral joining. This has also some sort of weird value here. Dark energy. What the fuck is dark energy? Can I see it somewhere else? It is not a hero ability. You have leadership and diplomacy, basic necromancy. Allows the necromancer to raise 20% of fallen enemy living creatures as own soldiers. Limited number of creatures can be raised per week. Influences the number of dark energy points. So dark energy, it limits the number of creatures you can raise per week. I understand this because you could use this type of ability to raise massive amounts of undead armies, and if you had the correct items and abilities, you didn't just raise skeletons, you could do something like leeches. So you could have thousands of leeches just by killing some shitty troops, massive amounts of them, and it is totally incredibly broken if you are allowed to do that. So the dark energy limits the number. You might still get great troops, but you either take shitty troops, a lot of shitty troops, or a few great troops. And there's no getting around that hard limit. Not sure how much counts for what, but that's I think the basic theory of it. You cannot fight the enemy. I wish I knew where I need to go. The map isn't exactly large, but okay, that has to be our goal. But large or not, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be all that easy for us either. I don't see point cities here, making me think it's probably better to take experience. At least initially, so we can get the initial level up. The Necromancer receives an ability to raise some of the fallen undead creatures in his or her army after combat. Grants a hero the ability to call upon death itself in combat. All enemy living creatures receive -1 to morale, luck, and -10% on initiative. It's a nice one. Leadership doesn't do anything for undead though. This more or less would allow us to use normal units besides undead. They wouldn't shit their pants every second. I'll take the internal servitude. Probably allows me to maintain my army a little better. However, what skills do I have? Yeah, I need spellcasting skill, at least one, preferably two. Maybe even sorcery on top of that. One patrol. Also purple and blue player. This could be a little bit more complicated. The orange is the one we need to avoid, that's the patrols. There's some good stuff there with the behind the patrols though. Yeah, attribute increases, experience, spells. Not sure if I can ignore all of those. Going after them is a big risk though. Automatic race dead. Resurrect things once. It's not much, but I probably should use the ability. Although we lost a couple of archers, only nothing important, and I only had 10 casting points. Some of them should resurrect thanks to the ability I took. We lost 10 guys. Get extra archers. Yeah, I might as well use them. The dark energy doesn't stack, I know that. So you might as well use all the dark energy you get every week, otherwise it'll just go to waste. Yeah, 2 of the 10 guys lost resurrected, and we got 9 extra guys. So numbers increased. We'll have to go north. There's no getting past this. This is just extra troops for us, really. Don't understand the uses of the lumber mill though. I suppose there could be a boat somewhere. Potentially a lot of skeletons we can get out of this. Skeleton archers specifically. Casualties are big enough that we probably should use the resurrection too. We got pretty much everyone back before we even hit our own resurrection. Be a fairly easy fight. The enemy is very slow. At the same time, my own units are incredibly slow too, so it's not quite so simple. I don't think we can get skeletons from these, they're machines. Right. Don't want war machines, I'm a caster, I want casting abilities if I can get them. Eldritch Arrow. Some skeletons. Right. Now, what are we going to do with the patrols? It looks to me that you have to go pretty much to the northern edge, then right, then down again. So, it's not necessarily all that easy to dodge them, but you have to dodge them somehow. This is the shortest path, or it looks like that, but I'm not sure it's the one we want to go. There's a knowledge plus one there. We probably should try to aim for that, though it should reveal the area quite a bit. Give us a clue what we should be doing. Advanced necromancy. Patrol should be coming back soon, they've been gone for some time. Actually, that's assuming that they follow a standard path, which I don't know if they actually do. Yeah, at least this gives me a good idea where I need to go. Boots or swift journey. Probably should aim for that, and then we get the hell out. There's definitely a patrol coming down soon. Undead creatures. Of the wrong archers. The mobility increase are what boots should be a huge aid here. If I can move a little bit faster than the patrol, I can more or less ignore the patrols. It's an important thing how we handle this. How we run away if we can. Right, he doesn't seem to be spotting all that much. So it's just vital that we are not on the course he happens to be moving at that particular time. Actually, I want to visit that one no matter what. Not sure which would be the best way to do it though. I don't want to go for resources in this area, it's a bit too volatile. Dangerous to move around carelessly. Should only be able to fit there. Can use this guy to block him. Lost a couple of zombies, not a big loss. I'll probably resurrect at least one of them anyway, so the stack will remain. Ooh, wits. Managed to do a single one, I'll take it. Basic dark magic, please. Yeah, poison zombie survived. Plague zombie, totally different thing. Right now it's a matter of where the hell is he gonna go? How close to him can I go before he starts to engage me? I think he's gonna go down. So depending on how far there he goes, I might be able to snatch something there. At the same time, might be a good opportunity to stick our nose here. Witch's hut. We must visit the witch. Basic luck. That's not a horrible thing. Because luck actually is something undead can use. But I still need a second magic skill no matter what. Sorcery will do, direct damage will do, summoning will do, almost anything will do. Although I would prefer direct damage, honestly. That's because I haven't been able to play it for a while. What is this? Guard tower of some sort. All-seeing crown. Yeah, we can get into serious trouble here, depending on how the patrols work. Getting this is my primary concern. Last time I was here, the guy who patrolled the area, he stayed put for a while in the lower position he's currently in. So I might be able to take this and bail on the location. Possibly. Losses should be minimal. Fire trap spell 6 times. If he comes up now, I'm boned. Master of Curses. Mass weakness and suffering. Leaning towards expert necromancy though. There's nothing bad about this. Still. Right, they don't move all that much, so if you move reasonably, I think you can evade them fairly easily. So, right, they don't strictly speaking chase me or anything, they just move a little bit here. That's it, that's what they've done so far. I'm not sure if that's what they continue to do. Yeah, I feel luck is probably a good thing that we got it. I was sort of iffy on it initially, but it's really the only thing that can massively increase our performance. Combat performance for our units. So spell casting is nice, but you have to have something more than just spell casting too. You can rely on just spell casting initially, but it won't cut it when the army size start to grow. Holy shit, now I'm in trouble. I have maybe one turn time to sort of slip past that one. And it's too late. So close, we need to pull distance. You need upgrades. Trading post. We probably should trade something so we can get money enough to do the trading there. I don't see what we could use really any of this. Maybe there's a use and I'll regret this, but let's see why at the moment. There's quite a bit of wood though, I'll hold on to a little bit of that. Not quite familiar with the enemy type we're going to face here. I've seen them before and they're tough. No enemy retaliation, large creature. Not to be taken lightly. They are also large creatures, so blocking them to some extent should be cool. Got lucky, or they got unlucky, however you want to look at it. So I think we can take this down without losing anyone anymore. Yeah, luck. Very rare. Ooh, improved versions of raids. I don't think I can afford so many. Two. Advanced Dark Orc curses. Mass weakness is nice, but ability to actually get spells first is better. Yeah, all the good stuff is pretty much between levels 4 or under, so this would give us access to it. This is a dead end, so it's just some extra resources. In order to do the upgrades, we will have to fight a couple of weaklings. If the orange moves towards us, we're boned. He seems to more or less prevent me from coming out of here. I think there's maybe triggers that alternate their behavior depending on where I am in the map. Do I have quite a bit? Problem is, I can't prevent him from really casting, so I need to end this fairly quickly instead of dragging it on. I might get lucky and get one of the raids back. Nope. Still. Coming here wasn't all that important without the raids. Still, it was worth a shot. It could also have uses later on, although I don't doubt it. The level isn't that big, really. Archleches. Yeah, I'm pretty sure The orange is gonna bust my balls now that I sort of walked past him. Not that it matters too much. The week is about to end, so we might as well use the last of the dark energy. Master at curses. There's nothing particularly bad about summoning magic, I guess. I'm not sure if resurrection is technically summoning magic. Yeah, you can't see the goddamn colors here, so it's hard to say where do these spells belong to. Extra troops. And it's a dead end, we might as well visit there. Vampire Lords. We've been pressured by the orange a little bit, but I don't feel like there's a huge amount of fire under my ass driving me forward either. I'm not sure if it's too big of a problem. Hopefully they'll focus fire on a single target. It's a summoning magic technically. These should turn into leeches. One leech. Might as well take it. No reason not to. Vampire Lords. Rakshasa Rani. Do I want to fight them? Well, we're fighting them. reduce them to a single stack rather than spreading my damage, mainly because I can always heal the damage through resurrection for a single stack. It might not even be necessary, these guys can resurrect their own asses. Yep. Now we have a little bit of fire under our ass. Don't think we're in particularly big trouble or anything. Special ability allows me a free kill, single free kill with no chance of the enemy to retaliate. So it's somewhat useful when I'm not sure how dangerous enemy retaliation will be. I can at least kill one of them and not risk anything by doing that. Master of Pain. Decay and Vulnerability. I don't really care if I'm master of these. They haven't proven to be all that useful to me. Throne of Archers. Right, I think the orange is not gonna really press me. Just there sort of lurking, making sure I can't get back. Really easy fight. Undead seems to be another one of those where you can sort of use the same RB and go on and on and on without getting any units lost, and constantly even snowball into a little bit of a stronger army. So not that dependent on the troops you buy from the cities. They'll form the core of things, but you can still make things work even if you don't have the army quite ready to do the thing you want to do with it. we don't have any points to raise anything anymore anyway, so might as well get more plague zombies. I'll take basic sorcery. Ability to cast more often is always useful. And the other abilities, mana regeneration, arcade trading aren't horrible. Level cap reach. There's one notable weakness with the undead is that they don't really have that quick strike capability that the devils have. I mean, they don't have it at all. Not at all. Not even remotely. Compensate, they have the self-replenishing, I guess, for the lack of a better term. Right, their shitty cheap units move before any of our even substantially top or high level upgraded units can move at all. It's not necessarily a big deal, more of a thing you need to be aware of in your army. You can't play this exactly like you did the previous group. Everyone has their own oddities you have to take into consideration somehow. Still sort of feel that the demons do it better, because they have the high initiative, plus you can sort of use the gating system to do the not necessarily self-replenishing, but sort of go on without taking casualties. This is where we need to go, so the path to the west probably doesn't go anywhere. Probably. It'll reach Vigil. What is Vigil? There's also still, I think, 2 factions left. So there has to be something we can do here. Can't get levels, so I'm not sure what that interesting thing could possibly be. Has to be something that transfers to future missions. It can't be those items. I'm hoping spells. I'm stuck here. Right, the Hydra is sturdy, but it's also slow, so if we pull back a little bit, we can let it have its turn, then go back and kill it. This way there should be... Ooh, we got a moral boost. I don't think it'll matter though. Load creature with a moral boost is still a worthless creature. 20 vampire lords. Okay, there's definitely gear. Gold mines and all that, so... But none of this transfers. Experience isn't useful. War machines are actually useful though. Still, I was supposed to just reach some... Oh, there's a city here. So maybe it's a neutral city. So maybe you can upgrade it to get the spells. It would be somewhat useful. Definitely. But do you need it? That's a different question. Might as well resurrect. I don't see any particular downside to it. Haven't lost anything important, so some skeleton. What is this? You can start building a Homm from nothing. Why though? Where's the Magus Guild here? Nothing new. This is the only thing that I can see being somewhat useful, and I'm not sure I want to sit around here and wait until we get something. I mean, I couldn't upgrade even not it to level 2. We would have use for those items though if we want to upgrade it. Still don't see the point. If I get the resources to upgrade the Magus Guild, I'll do it, but I don't see the point in sticking with this city. Mr. Purple. I supposed to be worried about him? He has some upgraded troops, so he's a total piece of crap. Like I'll be losing some skeletons, maybe a couple plague zombies. Again, he can't really do much damage to me either. That's something we'll have to correct immediately. Archliches are key to my basically being able to play carefree. With any luck, this entire faction is now played out to fight. I would think he has some fortress somewhere though. I don't think these are vampire lords. I sort of don't care for them. Nothing bad about them. Ooh. This is interesting. We're going to take attack apparently. We're getting 2 points bonus to defense, but defense is still larger than attack, so attack. And it looks like Orange is seriously coming after us, so we might be on a sort of a timer. Yeah, I think we need to move to finish this now. -1 luck. Well, thank you very much. There's 2 paths we can take, and I'm not sure which one's the actually correct one. This looks like a side passage. There's no road leading up to it, but it does look like that's where you really need to go. Thing is, I think there's a minor window of opportunity to still go this side passage before the orange player comes after us. So it's either now or never. At this point we wouldn't have time to go for the Mage's Guild anyway, so that's out of the question. No matter what we find here. We'll be pleased if we can still finish this without getting interrupted by the orange. Leeches. Is that the only thing here? Right, so extra troops. Yeah, this is getting awfully close to the enemy. I think I'm done basically at this point. Maybe he doesn't know how to come here. He's only just see me. But I also think these troops are irrelevant, and I'm not sure what happens if he reaches my city, so I don't dare to risk it. Not much I can do to it. Still, the damage is still fairly minor. Probably resurrect the vampires by just attacking something. Stock purple hero. I don't think purple has a base of any sort at this point. He had a couple of heroes running about here that you can stumble into if you explore things. That's it. I'll slow the Hydra down a little bit, then just pummel it to death with our range units. Right, what's the point of coming here and killing this hero? Moved a little bit carelessly there. Might have to resurrect a little bit. Shouldn't be anything too serious. Vampires can always take care of themselves, partially just less so. Actually less sure about the vampires at this point too. We'll lose a vampire, but I'm okay with that. I don't want to give him another, or her, another chance to kill anyone. Losing a vampire is a smaller loss than losing a large lich anyway. And if we get lucky, we're not gonna lose it with that. We don't have enough points to really resurrect anything interesting. What is a single skeleton worth? 3 out of 28. What single skeleton? Got an item out of him. Purple player has been defeated. Learned a new spell. Extra spell power. Okay, that's worthwhile thing at least. Still, if the orange does come down, as it certainly looks like it, we are going to be hard pressed to go to the northeastern corner before he interrupts things. Nothing of interest here anymore. It'll take him probably around closer to a week to get to my city. Never gonna catch me. So that's at least the amount of time we should have. And there's the entrance to the top side. There isn't that amount of area there, so at most there's a city.
If an empire rebels, civil war. Now, isn't that charming? I helped defeat the supporters of Duke Duncan, and Isabel owes me at least an audience. Isn't it lovely when fortune favors the pragmatic?
Avoid enemy patrols, destroy rebel army. So destroy rebel army basically. Should be fairly easy. Only have the troops for it. Right, the orange player here I guess is the enemy I need to destroy. And he's irrelevant. I'll grab a few moral and luck bonuses here that should see us through things. They have no chance in this fight. I don't care what army they have. Doesn't matter. Pretty trivial fight. You more or less get enough troops, like hundreds of skeletons just before this, so even with those you would probably be able to see this through. If you have any kind of army on top of that. The tough part of this mission was more or less not to stumble over the patrols. Still, it was again something different, so no major complaints from me.
I am in mourning and have slept badly, so I will not mince words. What do you want?
To see Nikolai again.
Are you sick? He is dead, old man. He lies in the mausoleum at the Hall of Heroes, next to his father.
Indeed, he lies at peace. But he could rise again, if you wish it.
Nikolai, rise again. Who are you?
Your husband knew me as an astrologer and mage. I was a close friend of his mother. In fact, I carry a part of her with me wherever I go.
Astrologer? Mage? What kind of magics are these, if Nikolai was even beyond the help of Elra's archangels?
The Archangel's unlimited. Elrath himself is subject to certain laws. Asha, the spider goddess, however, is above them all. She made those laws and revealed their secrets only to a very few.
The spider goddess? Asha has many faces, and you refer to the darkest one? You speak of necromancy. This is heresy, old man. I would be off the throne, and you would be burnt at the stake if I condoned it.
Really? I was not aware that you cared so much for the edicts of Archbishop Randall. In fact, I thought he wanted to replace you. However, if my offer does not interest you...
Wait, how? How could this be so easy?
Easy? I did not say that. The key lies in 3 artifacts that were stolen from me by King Cyrus.
King Cyrus, the Archmage?
I hear in your voice that you feel as I do for dear old Cyrus.
It would mean war.
It would mean justice, I think. Even vengeance for Cyrus's treachery. Most of all, it would mean Nikolai, the rightful king, your lord and liege, your beloved.
Very well. Let us see what it will take to get those artifacts. But be aware that I will be watching you very carefully.
The attack. An alliance is made between Markel and Isabel, a pact between the dead and the living. Next step in the necromancer's scheme is to visit Lower Keep. Once a hive of necromantic activity in the Griffin Empire, the city was destroyed by fanatical knights. Its lands are now in the keeping of the mages of the Silver Cities, Markel's mortal enemies. Whites or liches? It really depends on what army you start with. White is a fairly sturdy frontline combat blocking unit. Lich would be something that I can actually useful and can kill things. I would also like to see what the sack 250 gold every turn math.
Markel and his evil magic. This is worse than treachery. This is blasphemy.
I have given him protection and my word.
But I have not. I have never trusted him.
Why? He said he had been a counselor of Queen Fiona, your own sister.
Did he tell you that I exiled him with Nikolai's blessing the day she died?
What? No, but still, his plan has merits. Return a king to the throne, chastise the mages. Should Cyrus go unpunished? Did he not laugh when you asked for aid?
Yes, he laughed at us, and at Elrath, and at our piety.
The mages have no dragon, Godric. They are godless. Worse, they would make themselves gods.
And Cyrus is the worst of that arrogant lot. But our empire has been weakened, and war...
The kingdom is fragmenting. Only Nikolai's spirit can restore peace.
Maybe. Still, I do not trust Markal. We exiled him once for his schemes and treacheries. I fear what may happen if we let him return.
We are wasting time, Godric, and the Empire needs us. As the Queen, I am going, and by your oath, I ask that you follow me.
I remember my oath, and I will go with you. But that does not mean that I agree.
Big map, multiple heroes, like a central city, so there's probably quite a few others. Find and restore Lore Keep. 2 heroes must survive. Good idea. What level hero is this? Yeah, this guy has nothing to do with the guy from the previous campaign. So there's no point in doing anything else but get through the campaign. That is a good thing to know.